too.
Hey, this is Talat, and I'm here with the two stellar Evolver Boston organizers. We've got Jameson and Brian. Hey guys, why don't you tell me about what is the one or two of the most awesome events you guys have done?
Terrence McKenna party. That was wild. That was around the time when Joe was passing the torch. We had a party. Was it his death day or his birthday? We had a day to celebrate Terrence McKenna's
birthday, I think.
And we all sort of listened to Terrence talk as if he was in the room, and we all paid attention. Then we had a party and dancing and music and food, and it was fabulous. Everybody just coming together to celebrate his life. I mean, he's the reason I got involved anyway, and to have a night to celebrate him, we got to do that again. Yeah. That was amazing.
That was the first time I ever heard of someone having a Terrence McKenna party. Yeah. How many people came to that one?
No, that was even before my time, I think. Yeah. That was like right when I started.
That was like 150 people.
Yeah, a loft party, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's part of
the waterfront, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
These are people that used to going to tripped out loft parties anyway, so it was just another dance party to them, but with
that's awesome.
Evolver slant.
Yeah, I'd love to get more into that. Probably for me, the best one was the ayahuasca monologues. It just had like a really good vibe there. The energy felt really good, and I think did you go to that?
It was the production values for me that sold that for me. It was like a good, the most well put together.
Yeah. And everyone had some really good things to say, and I think Chris Killam, the fact that he was there, and
Adam,
and you were there till a lot. I think that was really good too. That was probably my favorite. I personally got the most out of that, not even from an Evolver coordinator perspective, but it was just like a really, I don't know.
The stories.
Yeah. It just had like a good emotional.
It all came from the core, came from the heart. Like people getting up on stage and being totally real.
Yeah, that's what I really got
out
out
of
it.
Something so powerful.
Definitely.
Nice.
That's what it's about.
You know, I've had a lot of people come to me from that event and talk about how it inspired them. It seems like it has kind of a magic exponential result beyond just the event. What are you guys looking forward to the most in 2012? What do you got coming up, or something you guys want to do for Boston?
I think we both talked about music. We really want to get like a big thing going, like a big party or some sort of like music performance with some. We
need parties for sure, because one thing that we found as we're getting our start is that it's very easy to make it very just academic, like a visiting speaker talking about their book, or a visiting filmmaker showing their film, and it's a very audience presenter based division between I'm the guy who's here to entertain you and you're the audience who's here to listen to me, and we really want to break that down. Talat was talking about that tonight, like make it a conversation, get everybody involved, don't make it about like presenter and audience. We want to burst down that boundary and bring everybody into this party and get everybody energized. Yeah. That's what it's about. And psychedelic renaissance, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Oh, that spore theme, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to push that one to the limit. June.
Oh, right on.
Coming up.
That's like a good,
stay tuned.
A good thing to plan for and shoot for.
Nice. Oh, I want to ask too, like you guys have had a lot of speakers come through here. Like who's been your favorite so far? Like I've heard great things when like Charles and Daniel.
Charles. By far.
Yeah.
I think Graham Hancock for me, because that was one of the first books, Supernatural, that I read that was kind of getting me into the Evolver scene and like the what I call the weird. But he really just because he's like an armchair investigator, and everything that he had to say I really clicked with at that time when I was getting into this sort of stuff. It was one of the first books that I read, so it really resonated with me.
That was my first Evolver event. That was what got me. Because I came up to you, it's like, hey, do you guys need help?
I remember that.
Like, that was fantastic.
Talking about the DMT and like dropping into other
during the Q&A I spilled my guts on my DMT experience. That was cool. That was fun. But yeah, having Charles here, I'd been a fan of Charles before I got involved with Evolver, listening to his talks in MP3, and even then, like listening to him on the computer was one thing, but when he's in the room, when Charles is doing his thing, it's like the air changes.
Yeah, he definitely has a presence about him.
And the way that he takes his time and pauses, and like everything he says is so like injected with importance. He's just incredible. I can't wait to get him here again.
Yeah, I've seen him really embody what he says. Okay, and we're in the middle of the ESM Spring Drive. I wanted to ask, like, why should folks support the Evolver social movement? What would you say to that?
I would say that people would want to support the Evolver social movement because Evolver represents a set of principles, and we all carry these ideas of like be the change you want to see in the world, live in a sustainable way, and all of these guiding ways to get us through this time of transition. And for a lot of people, it's a tall order because we have day jobs, we have kids to feed, bills to pay, and it's difficult for an organization like this that's trying to transcend the institution of money to come out and ask for money. But money is really just our best approximation of replacing a system of pure honor. Like, I honor what you're doing, so I'm going to give you money.
Yeah.
So, like, on a very basic level, like, giving money to a cause like Evolver demonstrates that's something you believe in, and it's important to get involved. But if you can't get involved because you have too many obligations in your life, the sad fact is we can't do these events without money.
Right.
Book spaces have to be booked, things have to be printed, just on a very basic level. Like, this is a totally volunteer effort. The money is not going into anybody's pockets. It's all feeds back into making events happen. The events don't happen without money. That's the big thing.
Yeah, I think a grassroots effort really just like whether it be time or money or anything that you can use to kind of like stir the pot and get things going and grow and flourish. I think it's really important. So whether you can donate time or money or some sort of like skill that you have,
Supplies.
that's all, yeah, right?
I think one of the most beautiful aspects of the Occupy movement was how there's people who show up for the tents, and then there's people who just show up and drop stuff off.
Yeah, that's cool.
And it's like feeding into it.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Keep up the great work.
Thanks.
Thanks.